Well, hello and good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for joining us down here at Glaziers Hall for the launch press conference for MVPW-06, which is topped, let's be honest, by one of the great pound-for-pound fights that you could make in all of boxing. Mikaela Mayer against Chantelle Cameron. It is the UK against the US. I know that fight is the other way around, but the card is the UK against the US. One of my compatriots from the UK is with me now, former undisputed champion of the world, Ellie Scotney. Thank you for joining us on Sky Sports today.
No, thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it.
The pleasure is all ours. What a great fight card, topped by what is a really, really good fight between Mikaela Mayer and Chantelle Cameron. A fight that doesn't need much selling, to be honest, because the skills and the ring IQ, it all speaks for itself. But what particularly do you like about that fight?
I think like anything, and especially being 10-2s, it is going to be all action. And like you say, it's almost like a throwback fight in the sense it could have been done at 135 all the way up to where it is now, and it could be done in 20 years' time. They'd still be ready to go because they just have that in them, and like they're all action, and it can't not be a good fight. One
thing I'd say is, and this is probably something that you could associate yourself with and relate to.
I thought you were going to say 154 there. I was going to say not yet.
No, I'm a matchmaker as well. No, but in seriousness, we've seen Mikaela in the past.
Yes.
She comes with fire and brimstone, and sometimes she needs a bit of an edge and a natural rivalry. This doesn't have that, other than the fact that they're two fighters in each other's way.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that will necessarily take anything away from the fight. Would you agree?
I think it's a rawness. Like they both. Mayer, she likes the back and forward, but I don't think she needs that in order to get up for a fight. And Chantelle, you've seen her, she's calm, she's collected, and they have that streak in them that not every fighter has, where you could put them anywhere, whether that be a phone box or a ring, in front of no one and in front of a crowd, and you're going to get the same fight. And it's not driven by any animosity. They don't need that to get up for a fight. I think they have that in them, and they understand. They've seen the women's boxing go from nothing to what we see up there, and we'll see on the night, where they know they've earned the spot to be in that ring, and I think they just love to fight. Not just box, they love to fight, and that's just going to make it great.
It's really interesting if we go back a step, because you said there, over 10-2s, it's great. There was a world where I was wondering that it could be 10-3s, because when they faced off, the night that you fought at the Olympia, and she had that WBC title there, I thought, oh, will this be 3 minutes or 2 minutes? Because the WBC don't permit it over 3-minute rounds. Will that take anything away from the fight, or do you think actually over 2 minutes, these two, they won't have any danger finding each other?
I'll be honest with you, I think even over 3 minutes, you'll get the same intensity, because both of them have got both of them have got two of the best gas tanks ever witnessed, especially in women's boxing. So I think whether it was 2 minutes or 3 minutes, it's going to be non-stop.
Yeah.
I promise you that now.
It will be, because you know both fighters, you know what they're going to bring.
Yeah.
It was interesting, I did an interview with Mikaela Mayer earlier. So she has won over here. People seem to forget that she came over and she boxed like key fights.
Lucy Wildheart,
Yeah, exactly, and she won fights over here.
There's a lot of controversial.
Well, in her world title fight, she hasn't got over the line, and I wondered if she would worry about coming back. I think that does say a lot about her, that she's willing to come back again, because two close fights against Jonas and Baumgartner, where she could have been victorious, obviously hasn't affected her in terms of negotiations. She was happy to come back over here.
I think that's what I really admire about Mayer and Chantelle, to how they conduct themselves. They want the best fights. They don't. Yeah, there might be a little bit longer to negotiate about coming over here, but I think Mayer's always made it clear she's willing to fight anyone and everyone at any weight, and the same with Chantelle. So I think she probably has a little bit in her head, but as soon as the bell goes, all that worry goes. You can only control what you can, and I think both girls are not even thinking to that, to be honest with you.
Great moment, because I assume that fighters know everything. Like, you know everything about the fight that you're going into, but I learnt through Chantelle that there was a rematch clause, and then Mikaela tells me...
She didn't know?
Well, she didn't know that there was a rematch clause on both sides, so they bumped into each other in the corridor here.
Wow.
And they almost had
Someone went Jerry Maguire in that moment.
Yeah. But it was like a Western. They were like, have you got a rematch? Well, have you got a rematch? So we will have two fights. This is a two-fight deal. Who knows? We could have a trilogy. I can start to see some of the fighters are making their way up on stage. May I ask you about the chief support?
Yes.
Which we really love. So unified champion Caroline Dubois against Amelia Moore. It's a good fight. It's not the road to undisputed that Caroline Dubois wanted, but it doesn't take away from Amelia Moore, who comes over here representing Team USA, who was a very good amateur in her day as well.
I remember being on Olympic setup, and I think with Caroline, the chase is undisputed, but she understands that, okay, it's not the next step, but it is a step towards that. So, and that's about keeping busy. It's a lot of activity she had, so I think she'll be looking to, shine in every way.
I keep checking my phone because it's a developing story, but we learned today that Caroline will no longer be working with Shane McGuigan, an amicable split on good terms. But it is rare because I always assume fighters tend to change when things have not been going well, when you're in a rut, when you've had a bad performance or a bad result. That is not the case with this. Yeah. So I wonder what your take on it was.
I think, Caroline come from debut and you've seen the person not grow as a fighter but as a human being, and it's been beautiful to witness. So, they've left on amicable terms, she's still getting managed. So I think sometimes you feel like you need a change, and she's going to go across the pond, look at new adventures, and she'll still be just as great, and I'm looking forward to following that story.
Yeah, good to have Terri Harper back as well, and Jessica Barry, who I don't know loads about. It'll be the first time that I've seen her on Sky Sports.
I think she is from Birmingham, so she's willing to be bringing the loudest and the biggest crowd, and she's got the legend of John Pegg around her, so I'm sure Birmingham
the legend of John Pegg. You'll love that. That'll be getting clipped up somewhere.
He will, won't he? And his $80 haircut.
May I ask you just a line on Terri Harper? It didn't go her way against Caroline, but our first ever 3-weight world champion. She's going for the quest now for a belt in the 4th weight division. That is, whichever way you look at it, that is some motivation, and to keep climbing that mountain and doing it.
Yeah, do you know what? I feel like she's someone that goes quietly about her work, and she did really well against Caroline. I know the result didn't go in her way, but the fact she's back in position to fight for a world title again, and she's really quiet and shy, but her silence is a danger in itself. So I'm looking forward to seeing this next step, and God willing, she makes history again.
Yeah, if I was going to push you...
Oh dear.
Which fight...
Please don't. Pushing the ball? I feel like George Groves and watch it.
Yeah, we can reenact it. Don't pull me over.
That's a dodgy suit as well, to be fair.
It's the only one I can fit in. When you look at
I was wondering why you didn't do it up.
I can do it up. I promise. When you look at that top table there, which is the fight that you're most looking forward to? Is it that
the
main event?
How can it not be, right? But I feel like... Teles got added against Barry very late, and I remember she did really get well against Serrano, so I feel like that might be a silent little burner, and you've got to give credit to Tyson Gallagher, You beat
me to the punch. I saw her outside.
It's beautiful to see her get her opportunity. It was so sad, she worked so hard, and then it got taken away, but she's back on this stage, so big up her too.
Yeah, so the timeline with that, when we were down at the Olympia for your launch press conference for the previous one, she was there and she hadn't been announced on the card, and Caroline said to her, when are you boxing next? And she said, well, I'm actually on this card. And I think a week later, she was in surgery, and it's just... boxing doesn't always love you back, so it really for Tyson Gallagher, it's great to have her back.
I feel like, she has a beautiful young child, and I think she can look at her mum and realise, she's a fight in the ring, but the way she's carrying that story behind her out of it, like challenges like that, it's a beautiful soul, and God willing she becomes world champion in due course.
Can we just leave it on a final? We can beat these Americans, can't we? Is this going out in America, or am I just about to... we can beat these Americans, can't we?
I am his bodyguard, but come on, 100%. It's a no-go. We got it.
Team UK. Okay, I'm going to leave you here because I can see that everybody is ready for me now, so I'm going to make my way up on stage. Thank you, Ellie. Okay, I'm just going to make my way up onto the top table. Thank you very much for all of the members of the media for joining us today. We will be doing a Q&A, so if you have any questions for any of the fighters at any time, we have a couple of microphones dotted around. It really helps the press conference. If you have a question, let's get them asked, because we want to hear from everybody at this top table. So thank you once again for joining us. Well, welcome everybody to the Glazers Hall here in London for the official kickoff press conference for Most Valuable Promotions MVPW-06 card, the UK versus the USA, a major international showcase featuring the best of women's boxing from both sides of the Atlantic. On Saturday, August 29th, BP Pulse Live will host an international rivalry featuring the best of the United Kingdom against the United States. That's live on Sky Sports here in the UK, and in the US, it's ESPN+. The card is headlined by a fight really, if I'm being honest, doesn't need too much of an introduction. It's a rare thing, a pound-for-pound clash. Unified WBA and WBC super welterweight champion, someone we know very, very well here in the UK, Mikaela Mayer, takes on WBO super welterweight champion Chantelle Cameron in a world title unification bout between two of the sport's elite fighters. The co-main event, unified WBC and WBO lightweight champion Caroline Dubois returns to defend her titles against undefeated American contender Amelia Moore. Also featured on the card, Britain's first ever three-weight Women's World Champion, MVP's Terri Harper begins her pursuit of a world title in a fourth weight class against Houston, Texas native Miranda Reyes. Additional matchups include MVP's Reina Teles versus UK's own Jessica Barry, as well as another soon-to-be-announced bout. MVP continues to showcase the sport's elite female fighters with championship-caliber matchups on every card. MVPW-06, in association with VIP Boxing Promotions, is sponsored by Undisputed. Rule the ring with Undisputed. And Oosh, bringing you that winning feeling. I hope that's how you do it, guys. Where's Big Mo when you need him? Thank you, guys. Right, great to have all the fighters up at the top table today. Now, some brilliant talent at the top table, and we do want to hear from everyone. So once again, I say, if you have a question, Liz from MVP is darting around with a microphone. But if you don't mind, if you'll permit me, let's get straight to this main event fight. Mikaela, welcome back again. You thought you got rid of us? Or is it we thought we'd got rid of you?
You thought you got rid of me. You thought you got rid of me, but no, I'm not going to let, things that happened in the past scar me or make me fearful of taking on big challenges in the future. So I've always loved the UK crowd, and I'm just confident in myself. I'm not going to make it close. I'm that confident in my skills right now, so it doesn't matter where we are.
Yeah, I put it to you earlier, I wonder if you're as popular or more popular here in the UK because of the fights that you have had. And people forget, you have had wins here. It's just at the top level in those world title fights, it's not gone your way, even though I think there's a strong argument that it could have gone the other way. In the opposite corner, though, Chantelle Cameron, we think that this is a clash, as I said, of two of the sport's pound-for-pound stars. What do you have to do to beat her?
Yeah, first of all, you guys keep telling us how great of a fight it is. We know how great of a fight it is because we made it. We agreed to this fight. We've known each other for a long time from the amateurs. We've stayed in contact through social media, and we've been very open about the fact that one day when she moved up, we would step in the ring together. So it's definitely a fight that I think we both have always wanted, a fight that we know will help grow and develop women's boxing, a fight that we need. And listen, I think that some people don't believe you can get better at this age. I think a lot of people think you might plateau or you're as good as you're going to get, but that's not the case for me. I've made a lot of changes in my camp. I brought new, fresh eyes in, and I'm getting better and smarter and stronger every day. So I'm better than I was when I was 26. I feel better now than I was then. So I'm just excited to go out there and show you guys another level.
Well, let's bring in the other side, the UK side, Team UK. Chantelle Cameron, great to see you.
Yeah.
Now, I like to think that I can sometimes read the room a little bit. And I think back to that press conference at the Olympia when we were in the Olympia, and Mikaela was sat in the front row, and you said, "Oh, good to see you there, Mikaela," as if you didn't quite know that this could happen in the future. And I should have read the room back then. But this goes all the way back to the amateurs. You two have had eyes on each other in terms of, depending on what weight and where you might meet, you always thought that you would meet Mikaela Mayer at some stage in your career?
Yeah, I think me and Mikaela are quite similar. We want to fight the best, and that's why I've got a lot of respect for her because she's not shy to back down from a challenge. And the same thing, I want to fight the very best, and Mikaela's on that list as well. So yeah, the press conference, I kind of knew that I had my eyes on Mikaela, and my team knew, MVP knew, and they made it happen. So I'm just grateful to be here, and it's done now.
We feel, as an industry, I think, whether this was 3 minutes or 2 minutes, the quality will shine through. This is a brilliant fight between two of the sport's pound-for-pound stars. But on the night, if I pushed you, why do you think that you will be victorious?
I just think my mindset, I think I'm a different breed. I think the tougher my challenge, the better I am. And I know Mikaela's a tough test, and that's going to bring the best out of me. And I shine. When I have them opponents in front of me, the best comes out of me, and I think I'm unstoppable.
You talk about messages that you swap between each other. You didn't swap messages about what happens after this fight. So I learned through the interviews that we've done today that there is a rematch clause on both sides. So this is the first fight of a two-fight deal.
Yeah.
You know, don't even want to use the word trilogy, potential trilogy down the line if it's good.
You never know. If it's good enough, then maybe a trilogy. Who knows?
Do you know that on Sky Sports News she said, I need to beat her so bad she doesn't want the second fight?
No, you told me.
That's the only stirring I'm going to do today, I promise you. I'm scared of both of you, so that's the only stirring I'm going to do today. But if it is good, we think it'll be good, there's no harm in seeing it twice.
It's going to be good, and hopefully for women's boxing as well, more fights like this happen. The best fight the best, and just get the contract signed and get in the ring and fight each other. Stop talking and just get down to action.
Yeah, what a great message. I think that is the MVP message, isn't it? Less talking, more action. I think everybody that is up here at these two top tables is testament to that. While we're on the main event, are there any questions for our main event fighters? It's quite bright, so make yourself known to Liz and we will get some questions. If you just state your name and who your question's for.
James Regan from ESPN. Question for Mikaela. You touched on it there, but were you apprehensive at all about coming back to the UK? And is it a case of you have to kind of put it beyond doubt and not take it to the cards this time?
Yeah, and I think that's the case in any fight, right? And it's something that Kofi Jantua, who I added to my team a couple of years ago, that's what he's really been trying to instill in me is, even though we only have 2 minutes to be a little smarter, hit and don't get hit, working on more defense and more output. So I've always had a high punch count, high volume, but just making it more clear and not letting the combo get returned on me, right? So staying ahead on the scorecards the whole fight.
Hello, Ziggy from the Zigs to Boxing. Question for both Chantelle and Mikaela. I watched an interview you did, Chantelle, where you talked about how while Mikaela mentioned their hit and not get hit, you think this might turn into a firefight. Do you think Mikaela will stand and trade with you, and Mikaela, are you willing to stand and trade with Chantelle? Do you think that will happen?
I think that considering our styles, there's no avoiding that at some point in the fight. We can both box because we come from an amateur pedigree. But if you look at our professional fights, we do tend to like to come forward and let our hands go. So you're definitely going to see that at some point. But I think just because we can do both, you're going to see a little bit of everything. I think we're smart enough to know that we just can't go in there careless and bang it out the whole time. I think there's going to be a lot more high-level boxing than that.
Hey, Raider Raheem down here in the front. I was the one who did stir that pot, Andy, last time, that press conference.
Raheem, good to see you. Sorry.
Yeah, with Mikaela and Cameron.
So you're to blame.
I am to blame. I take credit for that. And now that this thing is set up, UK versus USA, MVP is an American company. They've brought women's boxing together to this level. How important is it to the fighters, actually? Mikaela, Cameron, is it really important to you to represent America in the UK? And who do you think, at this moment, has the best female fighters on their continent?
Well, I think that if you're a Brit and you want to root for me, you can, because you're technically not going against your country, because I feel like I'm an adopted Brit. And I have, I'm 73% British. I just checked my 23andMe. So I feel like I'm a little bit of both. Now, I like the rivalry. I like the competitiveness. So I'm rooting for my team. I think I got a strong team over here, Team USA. I would love for us to go 4-0. But don't be afraid to root for me. You're not going against your country by rooting for me.
That's where you got to tell her she's wrong, surely.
I was going to start lying and say, oh yeah, I'm
from America. I can't fight for you. Team UK, you've got it.
I'm 25% American. But yeah, Team UK all the way.
Raheem, you're going to get us in trouble up here. Any other questions before I move on to the co-main? I mean, at any time people can ask questions, but I was going to move on to the co-main. But there's another question in there, I think, Liz.
This is David Diengender here. Just wanted to have a question for Mikaela Mayer. Obviously, Mikaela Mayer, you have fought in the UK so many times, and you've even said you're an adopted Brit yourself. So I just want to ask you, as an adopted Brit, what makes Britain the best fight country for you? And why do you think this fight against Chantelle Cameron is the one that people should tune in to watch?
Well, first of all, every single time I fought over here, the energy in the arena is unmatched, right? Like, you guys are definitely some diehard boxing fans, and you show up and you're energetic, and that pumps me up. So I love it. You guys are always very kind to me. I have a great time over here. I do love it. But again, going back to me and Chantelle, like, look at our careers. Like, we both had amazing careers, not just in the pros, but in the amateurs as well. And we're highly skilled, but we're older and we're wiser now, you know? We know what works for us and we know what doesn't work for us. And I feel like we're kind of at a very similar time in our careers. So we're getting each other in the prime. Like, a lot of times these fights will happen down the road where maybe one has passed their prime or whatever, but I just feel like you're getting this fight where we're both still very strong and dominant, and there's just no way that you're not going to get an action-packed fight from us. And I'm predicting female fight of the year 100%. I don't see anyone else who can top this.
Okay, thank you for those questions. We'll come back to those shortly. Let's welcome our co-main event, Caroline Dubois, first defence as WBC and WBO unified champion against Amelia Moore. There's lots of news that's broken today, and we'll come to that. But the fight itself, Amelia Moore, how dangerous is this? Because you've done a lot of talking in the ring and out of the ring about road to undisputed. Champions is what I want. This is not that, and my experience in boxing is the one before the one is where it can all come unstuck. So how guarded do you have to be against Amelia Moore, who was a very talented amateur herself?
No, of course. I mean, I always say I'm on a quest for greatness, and I'll do whatever it takes to get there. I mean, Amelia Moore is in my way, and she's a banana skin. Every fight is a banana skin, you know, on that quest for greatness. Every single fight is a banana skin, and I just know and believe in myself, I believe in my ability, and I believe that I'm the best fighter in the 135 division, 100%. And I like the fact that I take on the toughest challenges. I fought the second best woman in the 135 division, Terri Harper. I beat her. And now I'm fighting Amelia Moore, who I also believe is a very good fighter. And I believe that if you put her in against a Stephanie Hahn and against a Elif Turhan, you know, it's a 50-50 fight. I don't know who wins that fight. I see her as a really good challenge, and I just believe in myself, and I know that I'm the best.
You'll come into this fight with a new training team. That's broken today. I think statements have come out on both sides, a mutual sort of separation from Shane McGuigan, and I know you retain the McGuigans as your managers. May I ask you, it's probably caught one or two people by surprise, because usually fighters change their training team when things are not going well, when you've lost a fight or you're in a rut, and things obviously are going well. So can you just explain the reasons behind it?
No, I guess there's nothing that I can really say that is too public. At the end of the day, one thing that you did say that I 100% believe in is that most times fighters leave a coach when they lost and they want someone to blame, they want someone to throw under the bus. And I think that's a lame move. I think at the end of the day, I'm so happy and proud of the journey that we had together. I've become the unified world champion. I've announced myself into women's boxing, and I've announced myself onto the biggest stage possible. And we did that with Shane McGuigan as my coach and as a massive part of my team. And I'm honoured and proud and privileged to be a part of that. And that work doesn't get forgotten. It doesn't get lost. It doesn't disappear. It grows. It adds to the stable. I said before, I'm on a quest for greatness, and I'll do whatever it takes to get there. And for me, moving to America and trying a different coaching team, and that's a part of that quest. I want to grow, I want to develop, I want to be the best fighter you've ever seen. I want to step into the ring and set that stage alight. And this is getting that new to me, you know. I want to develop, I want to continue to grow, I want to continue to learn, I want to continue to pick up new things. I've learned the style that Shane likes to teach. I want to see if I can pick up some more. You know, a fighter should never stop learning, should never stop growing, should never limit him or herself. And this is just a part of that. And I guess I just want to say a massive thank you, as always, to Shane McGuigan. He's been a phenomenal coach, and he is a phenomenal coach. And I'm really proud and honoured to have the time that I did with him.
Okay, we'll Congratulations on that journey and good luck on your new venture. Let's go back across the table. Team USA, Amelia Moore, great to have you here. Welcome to London. So you'll be back in Birmingham in August. How excited are you to be part of this? And how confident are you that you can topple the champion and take those belts home as a little bit of extra baggage?
Yeah, I mean, just my time here in London so far has been brilliant. I mean, walking through the streets, I've had so many interactions, crazy polite. It's a very different experience when you're in the US. Like, you guys have such amazing manners. And I mean, but really just enthusiastic. I've met people and they've followed me on Instagram already, and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled because this is where we should be, and I'm so excited for what MVP is putting on and putting forward. And it's, stepping into this light it feels amazing to be on this stage right now, to be sitting with these women that we're still, women's boxing is in itself in this infancy. It's booming right now, but I've always said that we're still blooming. And here we are, making these steps, trailblazing, and I'm excited. I'm really excited that, the UK, GB, and Europe as a whole, it's amazing fighting culture out here, and you guys embrace it. And it's just, as Mikaela already stated, the energy of the arenas is always slammed, and I'm really excited to help bring that energy up and have a show with you guys.
May I ask you, I think certainly over this side of the pond, you're probably coming in, you talk about stepping into the light, you're probably coming in under the radar a little bit, that there will have been a number of people that probably don't know about your professional journey today and looked up your amateur journey as well. Do you think that benefits you because you come in a little bit, underdog mentality obviously, but what people don't know they can't prepare for almost?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what I've said a few times is those that had said that, it's like, oh, she's 4-0. If they're only looking at BoxRec, it's lazy journalism. We look at the amateur pedigree, my whole journey through Team USA and 3 Olympic cycles was always to be an Olympian. And I stayed in, a lot of people are like, man, 3 Olympic cycles, that's a lot of times, a lot of fights. But the journey was to be undeniable. And I wanted, that kind of experience is unprecedented. And we're seeing that so much more with women's boxing. 2012 was not that long ago. We're 4 Olympic cycles in, and we're seeing that foundation grow and grow. And so the talent is it's really starting to rise now because it's so foundational. And you're seeing younger generations have that fortitude as we, and now they are moving into the pros where men only had that for ages. Whether it's someone's overlooking or not, that's not my job. It's not my job to sway people's opinions. It's my job to put on a performance that's undeniable.
Okay, well, I'm glad you have enjoyed the manners of the London public. I mean, which part of London has she been in?
I guess I've just been in the tourist area. Listen, the food's been good. I don't know. We did have one. They say, you guys, Brits, you guys have to start salting your food a little bit more. So just put that out there. That's
been told to us a number of times. Has anyone got any questions for the co-main event? Make yourself known to Liz, and we'll get the microphone to you as soon as we can. If you could just state your name and who your question's for.
Charlotte Daly with the Daily Mail. Question for Caroline, just about changing the coaching team. You said there that you want to keep learning. What is it specifically that you want to try that's new or learn and develop? And also, it's quite a quick turnaround from the Terri Harper fight. How much of a difference do you think we'll see, and how much we'll be able to implement going into this fight?
I think this is going to have to be a situation of show, not tell. At the end of the day, I step into the ring, you're going to see it. You're going to see the work, you're going to see the difference, you're going to see the performance, and I believe you're going to see the knockout.
Cal Sajjad from BBC Sport. Caroline, you said earlier this year that a fight between you and Alicia Baumgardner is the biggest in women's boxing.
100%.
Realistically, when do you think that fight could happen?
That's not for me to tell. That's that man right there.
It's still the fight you want.
100%. I mean, I stand on what I said. I believe it's the biggest fight for me. I think at the end of the day, I want the fight. She's going to continue to try and pivot her way out and say, I'm not a big fight, I'm not a big name, but there's no other fight for her, I believe. And, you can't drag someone into the ring. They have to want it as well.
Daniel Sheehan here, question for Caroline. How do you see your styles gelling in this fight, and what kind of stylistic matchup are you expecting?
It's going to be an exciting fight, I hope. I hope Amelia comes to fight. You know, she talks a lot about this, that, and the other, and I'm really excited to see what she's going to bring. But I believe whatever she brings, I'm not even going to say I do better, I just am better.
Did you want to respond to that, Amelia? She says, you know, I hope she comes to fight.
Yeah, I just wonder what this, that, and the other was.
Sorry?
I said, what is this, that, and the other?
No, I've seen an interview where you say, you know, obviously the conditioning is a factor, and this, that, and the other, and I'm a supreme athlete. I train all the time, and da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da.
Yeah, no lies. Yeah, no lies. I mean, this is what we do, and I think that's what's really special. You know, and a lot of people have been like, you know, 4 fights. We're looking at women's boxing. Again, we're talking about foundational. This moves so much faster than the men's side, where we see how on the men's side it could be 20 fights just to get somebody into a contender spot. Fortunately or unfortunately, the women's side, we move way faster. And a lot of people, you know, they're like, oh, was it too fast? And I don't believe so. You know, I spent so much time in the amateurs to be able to build that foundation where when we stepped into this, you know, the whole point was go. The whole point was go.
Ziggy for the Zigs the Boxing. Question for Caroline. In your last fight with Terri, it was quite a heated build-up. This time, obviously, we're going to see how this one gels. But I think a lot of people saw that maybe it brought the best in you in that mentality, having that competitive edge with an opponent. Is that a blessing or a curse for you? How do you see it in that way?
I don't see it like that. You know, I was watching a video, actually, that came up on my feed. And it was this Olympic sprinter. And she was talking about how, you know, as a woman, you're expected to carry yourself in a certain way. You're expected to be a certain way. And she is that person. She's a lovely woman. You know, she's a mother, this, that, and the other. But when it comes to what she does, when she steps onto the track, when she steps into her zone, she's not a woman. She's an athlete. She's a killer. And at the end of the day, someone's going to go home unhappy. Someone's going to stop someone from achieving their dreams, and someone's going to progress, and someone's going to fall back. And I'm the exact same way. You know, my intensity, my energy, that comes from the fact that when it comes to boxing, I don't see myself as you know, the woman who wants to be nice and be sweet. I'm the killer that wants to step into the ring, and I want to progress in my career. And unfortunately, I want to push someone and prevent them from progressing in their career. And the feeling is mutual on both sides. So it's just that energy. I'm unable to play the nice game. I really am. So it's just that.
Last one, Radio Raheem in the front. You have called her already in this press conference, a banana skin, which does seem a bit disrespectful.
I mean, that's what she is. She's coming to try and prevent me and slip me up. And we're talking about Amelia Moore. We're talking about coming undisputed. That is a banana skin. She wants to be the banana skin, no?
She's mentioned her foundational experience, 3 cycles of Olympics, only 4 professional fights. Do you accept that that is experience that might challenge you? And where do you see her being a challenge more than just a banana skin you might slip on?
No, I don't see any challenge.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Okay, I will move on to the next fight on the card. Jessica Barry.
Wait just a moment.
Yeah, if you want to come back.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I know that it was breaking news, but I wanted to be the first to congratulate Caroline on becoming an American. So she's over here. I heard the Brits, you guys are looking for an athlete. So again, you know, we were talking about don't feel weird if you're, you know, cheering for somebody else. But so I did have a gift for Caroline. I wanted to just give it to you. Okay. It's pretty crappy wrapping. I did it last minute, so don't be mad at me.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
I feel like, you know, if I was sat out there, I'd be like, open it.
Can you open it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm supposed to open it.
Because otherwise it just sits there.
Oh.
Will you open it? Is she allowed to open it now?
Yeah, for sure.
There you go. You're allowed to open it now. Go for it. The big reveal.
All right. I'm opening it, guys. So the Lakers hat. Hey.
Welcome to LA.
Okay, hands up who was really worried when she paused there what might be in the box. Because my heart was going a little bit faster there, like, what's in the box? What's in the box?
It was supposed to be the big reveal. I didn't realize the news broke today, but we've known for a while that she's been in LA. So, yeah, LA welcomes you.
Okay. And everyone can relax a little bit.
All part of my country.
Jessica Barry, welcome. Team UK, what an opportunity for you. This is your chance to tell us a little bit about yourself, because I don't want to do down what you've already achieved, because you've achieved a hell of a lot, but will this be the biggest stage, the biggest platform that you've boxed on in your career to date?
Yeah, this is a huge screen for me to be fighting on. This was kind of always a dream for me. To be fighting on MVP is the best, especially for female fighters. To be on a main card for all of these women, amazing women that are on this table today, it's a huge, huge opportunity for me, and I'm so grateful.
I can see behind you that you've got your brilliant placard there with the featherweight champion. You've obviously boxed domestically and got that English title. Is this a step up against Reina? Tell us, what do you know about her?
As in, it's a step up because it's a step up on a bigger show for me. But as you say, I've already fought for some big titles. I've kind of come here as an underdog and a bit unknown because I've been fighting for my titles on small hall shows. However, all of these opponents that I've fought for these titles against, they've all been good, hard opponents. Reina is a good, hard opponent, but so have a lot of all my other opponents have been as well.
Might I just ask you, and it was actually a question I wish I'd asked everybody as we went along, but how important is it, when you look along, you see the pedigree, the quality, the belts, do you want to be the one that steals the show? I wonder how much of a motivating factor that is when people leave BP Pulse Live on the evening of the 29th, that they're talking about Jessica Barry. Wow, wasn't that a great fight? What a performance.
I think you've only got to look at our records to see that it's a great matchup. And of course I want to steal the show. I don't think there's been any small hall show or any of my previous shows that I've been on that I haven't been fight of the night. Even when I was an amateur, I was always fight of the night. Maybe that's because I just leave everything in the ring. I am an entertaining fighter, and I put my whole heart into it. I put everything that I possibly can into every fight that I can. Every fight to me is like a world title fight. So I think there's a good chance that I could steal the show. Yeah,
we hope so, if that's anything to go by. Thank you for coming and joining us and jumping on this card. It's a great fight. Reina, what's your sort of reaction to what you heard there? She says she's always in entertaining fights, Jessica, and this should be another one. Do you agree with that, or do you want to make this a simple night for yourself?
I can honestly adapt to any style. I've already been in big fights, just like my last fight with Amanda Serrano. I don't really take anything that she said right now as offense or anything, but I do hope that it's a great fight. I do hope she can give me a fight, but like I said, I can adapt to any style, and I give any fighter who steps in the ring a little bit of respect.
What do you think that you learned that you can put into practice from sharing the ring with arguably one of the greatest female fighters of all time in Amanda Serrano, and what was that experience like for yourself?
No, definitely. She definitely is. She taught me a lot inside and outside the ring. I think I'm a better fighter inside and out. I found out who I really am in that fight, and that's why I'm extremely grateful. And I want to fight. I've been itching for a fight since that fight. So I'm ready. But it taught me to just believe in myself and stop downplaying myself. And I think that came from a lot of some outside noise, whether it was camp or just listening to other people. But like I said, I'm grateful for that fight, and I really found who I am, and I want to be here, and I'm looking to make a statement this fight 100%.
Doing it in the UK, is that, I always wonder, sometimes I hear fighters say a ring is just a ring, but to come over here to the UK, I think it is your UK debut. What will that mean to you? Finish your camp over there and then come over and get under the bright lights here in Birmingham.
No, yeah, I'm excited. I love to travel, and I've shown that I'm not afraid to go in somebody else's backyard. I know that the boxing here is a big thing. Boxing is a big thing for me and where I come from as well. So, to just have those two worlds collide, I feel like it's going to be a great night of boxing.
Well, you're very welcome, and I hope you enjoy your time here in the UK, and we'll welcome you back in August.
Thank you.
I'll keep it going, and then I think we'll open it to the floor when we've finished by no means the last fight on the card at all, because it's Terri Harper. Welcome back. Great to see you looking so well. Great to see you sitting on the same side as Caroline Dubois. I don't know if we've put any forward thought into that. Hopefully it's water under the bridge now. But a chance for you, I hope I read that right, chasing world titles in a fourth weight division. That is pretty incredible. How much of a motivating factor is that?
Yeah, it's big, and it's again, it's just creating that little bit more history for myself. And I feel like I'm at that point in my career now where I've experienced everything, and I think to go out and challenge to be a world champion in 4 weight divisions is not many people can say they've done that, and I feel like I haven't got much left to prove. I've gone out and I've done well for myself over the years, so sorry I'm a bit...
No, I was actually just thinking to myself, you haven't got anything to prove. I mean, it's hard enough winning a world title in 1 division. To do it in 3, I wonder, ambitions and motivations. They say climbing the mountain is the hardest thing. Once you've climbed it, to climb it again, how many have I done there? 2, again, and then potentially doing it again. I mean, what does that say about what you're made of, what your makeup is?
I think it just shows that I always want to do better, be better. I'm always pushing myself as an athlete and as a person. And yeah, I enjoy the challenge, and for now, I just want to be able to enjoy the sport that I fell in love with. There's no pressure for me now, and I can go out there and just enjoy boxing for what it is.
Was a pretty, what's the word I could use here, fiery build-up with Caroline. Do you feel that you came out with your reputation enhanced with the performance, even though the result didn't go your way?
Yeah, I'm very proud of my performance. Obviously, I came away from my character a little bit, which, looking in hindsight, I kind of wish I didn't. I wish I'd just stuck to who I am as a person. I didn't need to be getting involved with all the elbows and all that stuff, because it didn't go down so well for people who were just tuning into certain parts of the fight. But I come away from that fight with many lessons, and it's time for me to just enjoy boxing and forget about the social media side.
It's not a bad way to work. May I ask you, before I flip over, Miranda Reyes, what sort of fight are you expecting against her, and what do you need to do to beat her?
Tough fight. She's a very come-forward fighter. I feel like she's gonna make me earn my money on the night, and it's just about sticking to what I know I can do. And I'm a skilled fighter. I've got great experience over the years, and it's just about going out there and enjoying the night.
Okay, well, welcome back, and great to have you back. Miranda, great to have you. We're looking forward to this fight against Terri Harper. What are you expecting, and what do you need to do to win?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone for joining us. Thank you, MVP, for believing in me and giving me this opportunity to fight Terri Harper. I'm really honored to fight her, and I'm a pressure fighter, and I believe she has never stepped in the ring with someone like me, and I'm just excited and ready to put on a great fight.
Is that the sort of approach you'll employ again in August? That pressure, come forward style, and in a number of ways, is that kind of the fan-friendly style that's made you so popular?
Yeah, sort of, I'll say, but I've definitely changed over the time. I've had some. I changed my. I have a strong team behind me. I believe I have made some changes in my style, and I'm just ready to put on a great fight.
May I ask you that question as well about sharing the table, the Team US table, with some great fighters, some great names, but leaving that arena with people talking about you, talking about Miranda Reyes, stealing the show. Is that important to you, or is it just win at all costs, doesn't matter?
No, I'm definitely, honored to be on the, main card with great fighters like Mikaela Mayer and, Cameron. But I'm definitely coming for the win and to pull off the upset. So I'm ready.
Just finally, before I let you go, will you give us a prediction? How does that fight go against Terri Harper?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely taking it home. And, I'm proud to represent my country. And this fight means more than, just a fight. I want to take this time to actually dedicate this fight to one of my sparring partners that unfortunately passed away. And, I'm just, I'll carry her spirit with me throughout this whole fight. So this fight is really personal to me. And, I'm ready to put on a great fight. So, yeah.
Okay, well, a great message and condolences, and wish you all the best of luck in August. Okay, so that brings us almost to the finish. Did anybody else have any questions there? Because we obviously skipped forward for anybody at the top table, or before we pause for a short announcement. Go ahead, Raheem.
One more from me, Raheem in the front, Radio Raheem in the front. This one is for Harper and Dubois, to be fair. This is now set up as something of a national rivalry, right? You guys, USA versus UK. So everybody up there is a bit of teammates in a way. And I'm sure you want your country to do the best. Will you be rooting for each other come August 29th, Terri and Caroline?
For me, it's just a sport. It is what it is. We've had our moment in the ring, and I wish Caroline all the best for her career now. And I'm going on to do me and follow my path. Caroline's off to do her path.
Caroline?
No, a simple reflection of that. I feel like once you fight someone, you step into the ring, you do earn your respect, and you do get the respect of the opponent that you're fighting. I think at the end of the day, we clashed in the build-up, and we had our fight, and it's done and dusted. And I wish her nothing but the best, and she looks to become a four-time world champion. And yeah, it'll be awesome to see her actually achieve that, I think.
Thanks to everybody. I'm really looking forward to this card.
Okay.
Here from the Zix the Boxing again. Chantelle, I don't know if you saw an interview Clarissa Shields did the other day with Ariel Rouhani, where she came out and said she thinks you're a weight bully, and that's something that's been through your career. I just wondered if you had any response to Clarissa at all.
No response.
Okay. Well, thank you for those questions. That was great. We're going to just ask the fighters now to go to their relevant holding areas. I think you've been told where you need to go. But before we get to the face-offs, please welcome Most Valuable Promotions CEO Nakisa Bidarian to the stage. Well, MVPW continues to grow by adding elite talent and creating the biggest matchups in women's boxing. And today, they welcome one of the sport's true champions to the MVP family. MVP are proud to announce that WBC Super Bantamweight World Champion Skye Nicholson is joining Most Valuable Promotions. Skye is one of the most accomplished and talented fighters in the sport today. She represents the future of women's boxing, and MVP are thrilled to provide her with a platform to continue competing at the highest level and reaching fans around the world. On Saturday, August 29th, Skye will make her MVP debut when she defends her WBC world title against Mio Yoshida as part of the MVPW-06 card versus the USA in Birmingham. Scott, I'm just going to ask you to stand next to Nakisa while we pose for some photos, and we'll grab a quick interview. Okay, there'll be more opportunities later. If I could just spin you around a fraction, we're on this camera here. Well, you pulled that one rabbit out of the hat, I suppose. That's been kept very, very quiet. What a day for both of you. Just to explain exactly how this came to be.
I mean, number one, Skye is making her debut with MVP on Sky, so we're very honored to be able to put that on. She's obviously one of the biggest names in the sport. She's done a tremendous job of establishing herself as one of the faces of women's boxing. And while there was beef in the past, beef creates good business, and we're excited to be in business with her for sure.
I think that's probably the most surprising thing. Business is business. Skye on Skye, he's nicked that line. I was going for that. Welcome. What a fight, and what a platform. How excited are you to get going against Mio Yoshida?
So excited. I feel like Skye on Skye's been a long time coming, so it's exciting to finally get to use it. Obviously, huge fight on August 29th. All focus on that, but obviously very, very thankful to Matchroom and MVP to form this alliance and make this happen. I've always wanted to be in the big fights, and I feel like this is the place where we can make the big fights happen.
Yeah, we've had you on the Saudi card before, but may I ask, what do you think that you can bring to both MVP and the platform?
Women's boxing, it's entering a new era, and I feel like I want to be at the center of that. I feel like MVP has created a platform for women's boxing, and this is where it's happening, and I feel like I'm a face that can be a very big part of that.
It's great to have you along. Before I let you sneak off, can I just get one answer on this tremendous card? Why should people watch it? Why are you so excited to put it on?
You have at the top of the card 2 of the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. If you look at the past few years, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, Canelo, and Terrence Crawford. This is the level of fight you're going to see that night. And then you have tremendous talent throughout the main card and the undercard. But Caroline Dubois, Terri Harper, Reina Tellez, and now Sky Nicholson, whose mother is English, if I know correctly. And dad is Scottish, so she's technically representing Team UK and will be on the main card with these other athletes.
Yeah, but who are you supporting?
UKSA.
Switzerland. Okay, so we are now just going to face off our fighters. So if everyone can just try and stay in their seats so everyone can get the shot. Let's start with Terri Harper and Miranda Reyes. If you could come to the front of the stage, please. Miranda Reyes and Terri Harper. Okay, up next, representing Team USA, Reina Tellez, and representing Team UK, Jessica Barry. Okay, welcoming next to the stage, representing Team USA, Amelia Moore, and Team UK, Caroline Dubois. The unified WBC, WBO lightweight titles on the line. And our main event for MVPW-06, representing Team UK, Chantelle Cameron, and Team USA, Mikaela Mayer. The WBC, WBA, and WBO unified super welterweight titles on the line. Thank you to all of today's fighters, attendees and members of the media. Remember, MVPW-06 UK versus USA takes place Saturday, August 29th from the BP Pulse live in Birmingham, England. Live on Sky Sports in the UK and ESPN Plus in the US. Tickets are available now from AXS.com, and we will see you on Fight Night. Okay, I've made my way back down to the position where Ellie Scott is with me, and we're looking at these pictures here, Ellie. It is a tremendously talented lineup when you look at it like that.
Yeah, no, I think especially when you look at the main event, they're girls that have seen it go from nothing to something. So, yeah.
Wasn't a lot of love for Team UK up there. I was struggling
I
to
know.
try and get
I thought you went American towards the end. You started speaking differently. I was like, ah.
Don't tease me like that. Don't tease me. I was looking at Chantelle to try and give me a bit, you know, but...
You can count on Caroline.
Yes, I know.
Sure.
And we did, didn't we, to be
Yes.
honest? Who caught your eye up there in terms of what they were saying and how they were saying it?
I think, obviously, both the main event, you can feel it. It's real, as in... whatever they're saying, it's going to be a great fight. I think Celeste, you see that confidence in herself. You know, she shared with Serrano, so I feel like, you know, she's silently very confident. So
yeah, I think Amelia Moore.
Oh, the present?
Well, she bought a present. Can I just say, I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking up there. But I did think if this is like inappropriate, it's too late. You know what I mean? If it's like...
You tried to open it.
I was like, you've got to open it. And then actually, when she was opening it and she paused, I was like,
yeah, no,
I hope this isn't something...
it was all on you if it went wrong there.
But I did think Amelia Moore spoke very confidently, very well. And I think perhaps the headline there was, you're all sleeping if you're going just off what my box record says. Because obviously she's not had that many fights. But her amateur record, to get through 3 Olympic cycles, you're obviously got some natural talent.
I think her and Mikaela have shared the ring quite a few times as well. So, like you say, as female boxing times moves quick, especially you've got the amateur pedigree. So you're reading into, she's had 5 fights, but it doesn't really tend to weigh up how good she is.
Yeah, and I think it's also fair to say...
Or is it even 4 fights, sorry?
Yes, 4. Yeah, exactly right. So she's undefeated in 4 pro
I was
fights.
missing the 1 KO because I don't really have that next to my name, so I thought, is that a 4?
It'll come.
It'll come.
Let's bring him in. The man who swerved probably my best question of the day, MVP CEO Nakisa Bidarian, who is supporting both teams, both teams. There you go.
And I feel like the ref here.
Supporting all fighters at all times that are part of the MVP event, yes.
We love this card. Ellie and I were just talking there about when everybody lined up like that, the talent on show is incredible. And the main event, it does speak for itself, obviously. But I wonder who caught your eye on the undercard there. I thought Amelia Moore with the present and someone who spoke very, very well going into that fight with Caroline Dubois.
Listen, I think she's no banana peel or banana skin, as Caroline called her. I think she's a formidable challenge. And hopefully Caroline is taking it serious. I think there was a question asked from the media that spoke about, do you have enough time to actually adjust to your new coaches?
Yeah.
Right? She's been with Shane for a long time in the camp, in the gym with you. I hope it's not too late of a change that results in her not giving her best performance that night.
Well, it's interesting that you make that point, because I think with new trainers, a lot of the time, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back before you get communication, chemistry. I mean, that's all new things that she's going to have to find out. But, you know, you think that they know what they're doing at this stage. May I ask you about the main event? I love it. We all love it. Ellie and I love it. How hard was it to put together? Because
how expensive. That's why I didn't get on the show.
I look at it and I do think,
wow,
like, to get people sat around a table like that and agree a fight like that, it is something where women's boxing is miles ahead of the men's side of the sport, because it seems to be, what was it Chantelle said, less talking, more action. Was it a tricky negotiation or was it straightforward?
I think, look, they were both flexible, they were both realistic, and they both wanted the fight. And those are important ingredients, right? When we made the first Taylor-Serrano fight, it was a breakthrough moment for women's boxing, and they put on a phenomenal performance. And so was their second fight. So I'm hoping this is the beginning of another, not just rematch, but as you said on stage, trilogy that gives us that excitement, because you need that back and forth action to get fans excited. When you see, Ellie's last fight against Marilyn Flores, like, that was an entertaining fight from the opening bell when Ellie came forward and didn't stop coming forward no matter how much Ellie kept connecting with her. But I'm super excited about it. And look, another thing, going back to Amelia Moore, those were mind games. She gave that hat making the point, I've been watching you. I know you've been in LA training.
Yeah.
We have people that know you're there. So that's going to be a very interesting matchup.
I haven't even asked the link up here. Jake delivered the car. Is it out of the garage yet?
I didn't drop Nakisa here today. So.
I've been waiting to get picked up. I got to the airport. It wasn't her. She promised me she'd give me some rides.
They owe me a petrol tank as well.
Yeah, but I think there was a joke in there about you're going to take like fast track lessons, which you could say crash course lessons. Which
Just
is not,
don't crash.
Yeah, which is the
you know what? Jake actually sent me a message. He said, "You deserve it, but please don't crash." Laugh out loud. So, just at that point at a minute.
But now this is where the shoe's on your foot. You should be surely saying, "We've got you the car. You've got to get your act together and learn to drive it." You know, it's no good sitting on the drive.
Of course, no, and I know she will, and I'm excited that it happened. And it's now a new policy at the company that if you become the youngest undisputed champion in your country, you get a car or a motorcycle or whatever transportation vehicle that we can afford.
Caroline's already looking. She's car shopping.
May I just ask you before you go, because you're a busy man, may I ask you about the future of Jake Paul? And in a number of ways. I don't know if this is unfair to put this on you. You took a lot of stick, you and Jake Paul, going into the Anthony Joshua fight for predicting quite clearly that you thought that you could win.
And listen, he won more than the guy on Saturday night won. He was in there for 6 rounds. That dude was out in 2 rounds taking the same shots that Jake was taking. So I'm very happy with his performance, not happy with the outcome, and obviously didn't like that he broke his jaw. But the hardest shots on Jake Paul didn't do what they did to a heavyweight this past Saturday.
Yeah, and I know what happened in the interim in Nigeria. But what were your thoughts seeing Anthony Joshua in there on Saturday night from someone that you've spent time around and obviously been part of a massive promotion alongside?
Proud of him, in awe of him, thinking of him. You know, I sent him messages throughout the week. We obviously developed a relationship with Cena, and that was very hard for all of us, but it was harder for no one than their families and AJ, who's part of their family. So for him to make that walk 7 months later, to go in that ring with that emotion, and I know they were looking out for him, but I'm sure it was weighing very heavily on him. So massive respect, massive admiration.
Yeah, we've enjoyed Jake Paul watching the MVPW journey so far. Some great content where he was watching your fight. Before you go, do you have any update on whether he will box again? And if so,
100% he's boxing again.
And can you tell us who it could be against? What the sort of circles that you're mixing in? Ngannou seems to always get a lot of traction. Tommy Fury gets a lot of traction.
I think, look, Jake wants to fight Ngannou. Jake wants to fight Ryan Garcia. But Tommy Fury is the fight that makes sense. I also like Edgar Berlanga. I think that's a fascinating fight. I like Chris Eubank Jr. I think that's a fascinating fight. Ultimately, the fighters on the other side also have to be realistic. Ellie said, like, big money, this, that, and the other. Sometimes fighters' eyes are bigger than what the box office affords us to pay.
Basically, Andy wants to put himself in the mix.
You know what? I
want 10%.
I like Jake, and as much as I would like to get paid, I don't want to get knocked out by Jake Paul. I don't want to get knocked out by Jake Paul. I don't.
Name your price.
Yeah, there's always a price. Just finally, then, your final thoughts on 06. It's
another statement for women's boxing with some of the best athletes in the world. Obviously, we wanted to have Ellie on the card. She has her eyes set on a belt at 126, and hopefully she'll be back later this year doing that. But you got some of the best fighters in the world, and that's the entire thesis of MVPW. Every single fight not just matters, but is some of the best fighters with championship fight after championship fight.
I have to laugh because anybody that watched the Netflix show with you and Eddie Hearn jousting and going at it, to now see Sky Nicholson on the card as well. That was a great. What did you tell me up on there? Business.
Beef leads to good business, but more importantly, it just shows again what a great platform we've built. You think Sky Nicholson, it was easy for her to say, yes, I want to be with MVP after what has gone on publicly. You think it's easy for Sky Nicholson, knowing we have Ellie, knowing we have Amanda, different athletes that she's been in debate with. But this is what the sport is about, bringing the best fighters under one brand and enabling those fights to happen to the extent the athletes want them to happen. I'm excited that she said, yes, I want to be a part of MVP, and there's more to come.
Brilliant. I'm going to let you go because you have got a queue of people that are looking to talk to you. Pleasure was all last. Thank you. Good to see you. It does make me laugh because every time he said how great Sky was, I thought he was talking about us. And
take the compliment. You are. It fits better.
I'm nodding along. It's got nothing to do with us. So eventually, I can see a signal there, like 5 minutes. We are going to hear from some of the fighters on the card. What about you? when will we might see you there? It was probably a question there for Mr. Bidarian, but he's very busy. When might we see you next?
It's looking like towards the back end of the year, and again, you know, the fight with Tiara Brown is the fight that will be next, so I'm looking forward to it more than ever. You know, she's got a win over Sky Nicholson, who they just brought under the banner, so I'm going to straight up to 126 and beat the name there.
What about life in the gym at the moment, Maya?
Yeah.
I get a bursting amount of pride every time I see you and Chris Smith together. Like, you know, the bromance or the brother that, you know, he's effectively Chris Smith's Scotney, isn't he? He's almost like part of the family.
Even when you talk to him, you feel the warmth. He lights up any room. So he's back in the gym. He's only giving us 1 day a week at the minute, but I miss him. You know, he's a pure light, and like I say, like he teaches me more than just boxing. It's how to live in a way that he does, and you can sense that too. So yeah, no, got all the love for Chris.
He didn't get called out by Nakisa there, though, did he? He didn't say Jake Paul.
I should have thrown him in the hat. I put you in it instead, and you bottled it.
What were you thinking? Like, do you not know me at all?
I wasn't. You upset me earlier, so I thought I'll sell him off.
I couldn't find my way out of a paper bag. I can see numerous people up on stage there. May I ask you about Terri Harper?
Yeah.
What an achievement.
I know.
Going for a world title in 4 weight classes. What did you take from what she said there about maybe regretted losing herself and getting involved in some of the tit-for-tat stuff that happened? I don't...
Do you know what?
I didn't take that view, really. It was part of the promotion.
Yeah, you just listen to her talk. You just want to cuddle her, don't you? Like, she just says that innocence to her. And I think, you know, she doesn't credit herself enough of what, like, you're sitting there, you're on the verge of even more greatness of becoming a four-weight world champion. Like, who can say that? So I think, you know, sometimes you want to just cuddle her and tell her, like, come on, believe yourself. And I think, you know, she goes about her work silently, and I always feel like that's a superpower in itself. She doesn't need to talk. She played into it, because sometimes you do, right?
Yeah.
Like you just was then giving it.
When someone's in front of you.
Yeah. Like, and I think, you know, even that will build more of her. So I feel like, you know, this is a time where she probably hasn't got the added pressure, and you probably see even better of herself in this time.
It was quite nice. It was Raheem that asked the question there. Would you be supporting each other from a Team UK perspective? I don't know how much fighters are buying into that. It's cool, it's nice. It's a little bit like the 5v5, isn't it? Like, it mattered until the fights speak for themselves, ultimately. Yeah. But it was nice what Caroline said about Terri there, about, you know, there is some mutual respect when you've shared that much time in the ring.
I think there has to be, no matter how much rivalry there is. When you share the ring with someone, no matter what, you always leave a bit of you in there, and you take a bit of them with you. So I feel like on that basis, you have to have the respect regardless. And I feel like, you know, the fight was done. It was never personal between them two, and, you know, they're sitting on the same side now. So it's beautiful to see. That's boxing for you, right?
Yeah.
People that you wouldn't think come together, they do.
No, people wouldn't understand that, how you can go through that.
Yeah.
And end up in that sort of situation. While we're filling for a bit of time there, I wondered if Tycee Gallagher is right there. I wonder if she's someone that we can grab, although I think I can say Sweet Caroline is on her way. Sweet Caroline's on her way.
I need to put her in the middle.
There's a great moment there. Good to see you. There's a great moment there where you were asked a question and you started to give an answer, and then you sort of said, "I'm not Sweet Caroline," but you are.
It's outside here now.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand. The Sweet Caroline, you can be sweet outside the ring. It's misconstrued inside the ring. And I think there may have been a bit of confusion, maybe a language barrier there. The banana skin analogy, you know, it's this sort of fight where it can go wrong.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
That was misunderstood,
Maybe,
actually.
I know the Americans, they take things a little
they
bit
insulted
different.
they insulted our food and praised our manners, but I think that one was maybe lost a little bit.
I think so. Lost in translation, shall we say.
But it is a banana skin, isn't it? You know, like the Turhan fight, the Baumgartner fight, the championship fights. They are all up in smoke if you don't get past Amelia Moore, who I thought spoke really well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care about how she spoke, but I think that's sweet. No, I don't really care about that. But
amazing.
No, I see it as a challenge. I see it as a woman who's trying to stop me from getting to where I want to be. I said I'm on a quest for greatness, and I mean that. And she's trying to kick me off that quest and take what I've earned, and that's not happening.
Is there a degree of frustration though that you were not up there doing championship fights?
It's very disappointing.
Momentum is key. You're boxing again. It's, you know, keeping the ball rolling. But having got past Terri Harper, I think a lot of people thought it would be the Turhan fight, perhaps.
It's the one that I wanted. It's the one that I was pushing for. And unfortunately, things happened. It just didn't work out. But I'm sure it will happen down the line. It will happen, I believe. All I can focus is on what's in front of me.
Is there something to be said if if Nakisa Bidarian and Eddie Hearn can put their differences aside and Sky Nicholson can come on the card, could Terhan effectively do the same? You know, not on this card, but if they're working together.
Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, I think at the end of the day, women's boxing benefits for big fights. Elise Terhan has got the belt. I've got 3 belts. Like, it makes sense, you know. If it didn't make sense, I would say so, but it makes sense, and I'm sure Eddie would understand that, Nakisa would understand that, and they'll work together to make it happen.
She did come out with a good line, Amelia Moore, about gifting you the hat, saying, I've been watching you. You don't know I've been watching you, but I know you've been out in LA. I know you're trying out different trainers. Is that unsettling? I mean, I don't know.
Nah, I think she was trying it. I mean, before Sky announced it, I'm sure she was thinking she was going to throw something to surprise people and be like, this is it, I've got you now. But, you know,
she set that up there, didn't she?
That fell flat on her face. So.
Well, it wasn't, can I just say, it wasn't us, it was the Ring magazine that broke the news. I've already been told off for trying to steal someone else's scoop. It was the Ring magazine that broke the news today.
Yeah. Well,
have you got any more to say on that? I mean, a lot of the questions from the crowd came about that, because I think people were blindsided a little bit by it. But I wonder if there's anything more you can really say on it. I thought you spoke very, very well up at the top table about it.
No, for sure. I mean, my personality is I'm someone who likes to do things. I don't like to tell people before I do it. I just like to do it. And I've been very quiet about it. I know I haven't made a big, announcement or anything like that. I just like to let the work speak for itself. Again, I had a phenomenal time with Shayna. I never left losing and being like, I want to throw someone under the bus. I left becoming the unified world champion. And all I want right now is to see how great I can be. I want to push and see how far I can go. And I think if you want to get something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. And I'm flying across the world. I'm leaving my family behind. I'm pushing myself. I'm pushing my limits. It's tough. It's so tough. And it was a tough decision for me to make. It was not an overnight decision. It took a lot of time. And I'm doing it because I want to be great. I'm on the quest for greatness, and I ain't stopping until I get there.
And what will the new training setup look like? Has that been announced yet?
Yeah, so I'm working with Manny Robles in LA. It's been really good. We're in a great gym. It's a really busy gym.
A lot of sparring.
A lot of sparring. If you know anything about that.
I've been to that gym, and everyone was sparring when I went there.
Listen, 3 times a week is crazy. But yeah, it's a good gym as well. You got some really good people. Andy Ruiz, Brandon Figueroa.
You're not sparring him, are you?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
One thing that Nakisa said, which and Amelia said as well, sometimes with a new partnership, it does take time. And time, you don't have endless amounts of time.
Of
you know,
course,
the fight will come around quick. Have you had enough time to get a chemistry, a relationship? Because not necessarily in this case, but sometimes it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back before you really gel with each other. Is that any sort of concern, or is this, you've had enough time?
I feel like that whole idea of waiting for the right time, waiting for the right decision, making the right move. You make a move and then you make it the right move. You make a decision and you make it the right decision.
Make it work.
You make it work, and at the end of the day, there's never going to be the right time. There's never going to be the perfect timing. And I've realized that with life, sometimes you have to follow your heart, follow your gut, and do what you believe is right. And you make it work. And right now with Manny, we're making it work. Like, for sure, we haven't had 8 weeks and 10 weeks to gel, which is frustrating. But what can we do about it? Nothing. And unless there's something you can actually do about it, there's no point complaining about it. There's no point sitting on that. I really, with my development, that's just the type of person I want to be. If there's nothing I can do about it, I don't want to complain about it. I don't want to be that person who just complains about things.
Don't spend energy on negative things if you don't have to. Before you go, he is renowned as an aggressive coach, Manny Robles, as Shane was, but I look at Amelia Moore there, and you did have that amazing record at the start of your career where you had either knocked out or dropped every one of your opponents through like 6 or 7 fights. Terri Harper is another example of, didn't get her out of there, but you hurt her. Do you think that you can get Amelia Moore out there?
100%, that's the plan. Going body snatching style, that's the style. Manny Robles, obviously, got the Mexican background, the Mexican mindset and mentality, and everyone in the gym, they have that very aggressive. You got Brandon Figueroa, non-stop. Everyone's got that mentality, but he's very technical at the same time and skillful. He doesn't believe in taking unnecessary punishment, and it's something I don't believe in as well. So we're going to combine the two, and we're going to see what comes out of it. But so far, everything has been great.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I'm going to let you go.
Thank you.
I will take that microphone off you. You can go. Thank you. Great to see you. And I'm going to swap you in by live substitutions here, Ellie. Live substitutions.
I need the whistle.
There you go. I thought you were great up there, where you said as little as you needed to say to some of those questions. The whole no comment had me
Short and
creasing up
sweet.
there. Yeah, but that people shouldn't get that twisted or confused for a lack of confidence.
Oh,
you
no,
know,
not at all, yeah.
I think
I'm just
you
not
like
a talker.
You like to do your fighting in the ring.
Yeah, I like to fight. I don't want to stand up there or be talking. It's nonsense. Talk sheep. Like, it doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want. You can say, I'm King Kong, but you get in the ring and you're not. So I just
You better listen to that.
All of that.
Start banging his chest.
She wasn't looking at me, but all of that was aimed at I've had enough of your questions. I've had enough of your
But do you know what I mean?
nonsense.
Like, you just back it in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, that's my job, to back it in the ring.
But it is a fight that doesn't really need selling on a rivalry. I would say that the quality does speak for itself. You know, for all of the, what could happen, there is a lot of respect, I feel, between the two of you, which doesn't mean that it's not going to catch fire once the first bell rings.
It's going to catch fire. This don't need a warm. There's going to be no rounds of warming into it. Like, we're going to go, first round, it's going to set off. It's going to be like fireworks, and that's why I'm excited, and that's why I ain't got to say much, because I'm confident. Like, I don't need to speak, like,
I wish she's ready to go now. Wow.
Okay, Ellie.
It's like we don't need to speak much, because like this fight sells itself, and it's going to be one hell of a fight, and that's why I'm so excited. Like, I'm generally in a really good place, because I know that this fight is going to remind everyone that I'm one of the best.
What is your best weight? So both you and Mikaela have moved seamlessly up and down the weights. How do you think she's grown into this weight, and how do you think you've grown into the weight? And when I ask that, I'm also sort of asking, where do you see your best weight being? Because it's at 154 pounds, but I think you'll come in under that.
Yeah, we're coming in under, but I think 147 is going to be my best weight. Obviously, I'm not boxed there yet, but I know that's going to be my best weight. But obviously, for this fight, it's at 154, but we're not coming in at 154, we're coming in under.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at you. Does that save all of us from getting our heads burnt off or
blown off
on fight week? When you don't like the question.
Hangry.
Yeah, hangry.
I can't even move my mouth on mine.
Chantelle, she wouldn't say it. We did some filming around the Olympia last time.
Oh, serious?
After the weigh-in.
Yeah.
And, with these things, you always have to get a couple of angles and stuff like that. And she just turned to me at the end of it and she went, do we have to do any more?
Yeah.
And I took that as, we're not doing any more.
I don't know if you feel it, that I was saying to her, I was talking to her previously, like, it's just a calmness. Like, I just feel it off her. I don't know. You've still got, what we say, 5 weeks. But
5 weeks, yeah.
I just feel like she's got it there now to just go whenever.
Yeah. But do you think that's one of your
Go
strengths?
now.
It's honest, it's mad. It's one of her, I say that the silence is it's one of your superpowers when you use it as a confidence. Like, she doesn't need to anyone to G her up.
But you also just need to be authentic as well. If you start flipping tables.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine. There'll be fines everywhere.
I feel like this job's hard enough without that. Without
That's starting on everyone on the table saying, I want you all. Yeah, nah.
Before I let you go, because you've been great giving us a lot of your time. How do you think you will feel if you can get over the line on the 29th and you have all those belts, and yet again you will cement yourself as one of the best fighters to come out of the UK, and you sort of cement your legacy a little bit if you can get over the line against Mayer?
Do you know what? I'm going to get over the line, because I know that I'm putting too much work in for this. I feel like obviously I've had some great wins in the past, but I know that this really is going to cement my CV. Like, my resume then, with Mayer on my hit list as well, tick that box off as well. Like, I beat the best in the world there is. So my box rec, I'm going to have no dummies on there. I'm going to have a good record on the box rec, and it's more than the belts. This is about like making sure that I go out on a high where people are going to talk about me in the future, that I put on good fights and entertaining, and they're going to rewatch them.
And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I feel like along your journey there's been bumps in the road, and there was a time where you felt that boxing didn't love you back, and we very nearly lost you from the sport. I wonder now if you feel that vindication for staying strong, staying in the sport, and you're getting your rewards now.
I was saying to Eddie earlier, weren't I? Like, everything happens for a reason, and you know what? Sometimes, like, you reach everything in boxing and you love boxing, but then there's going to be some real rubbish times, and you are going to feel you're going to hate boxing. You're going to want to walk away. But then when you bounce back, it makes it worth it. Like, it makes you a bit more stronger and a bit more resilient. So that's why all of this now, it's like water for ducks back. That's why I don't talk much. I just let my actions speak louder in the ring because it means nothing. Like when you have your fight night, everyone loves you, and then no one cares. Like no one really cares. So
We all care about you, don't worry.
but
just fade out of it. Jackie's going to be on in a minute. He'll be out the door.
What is happening here?
But like you just gotta enjoy it, and I'm in a really good place. Like my energy's good, the gym's good, like life's good. So I'm just gonna have fun. Like I know what I'm capable of doing, and when my head's on it, I'm untouchable. Like no one's beating me, and I've proven that before. And I'm gonna prove it again.
Yeah,
like,
I think Captain Chaos.
Yeah,
Nigel
it's good
Travis,
for me, yeah.
Travis is very, very good for you in that
Yeah,
regard. Like,
he is.
you smile a lot more than you did.
Yeah.
You
and
have
I'm
to
a
with him.
moody
You have
face otherwise, yeah.
So you got to make
On
no
edge.
weights no more. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Life's
might-
good.
I should say, people might think that's a bit disingenuous, but if you know Nigel Travis, you know what I mean. You know, the man has an infectious
Jamie and Nigel, Jamie and Nigel bring the best out of me. And I said this so many times, is like boxing, again, saying to Ellie, like the ups and downs, it's rubbish and like you do want to walk away. But the best thing I learned from boxing is not the wins, not the losses, not the belts. It's realising that certain people in boxing are more than boxing, and Jamie and Nigel are more than boxing to me. So now whatever happens, like win, lose, draw, obviously I want to win, but it actually doesn't matter because I'm with people that I absolutely love and adore, and they're bringing the best out of me, and that's why I'm untouchable. Like, no one's going to beat me. I don't care who they are, what they say. They're not going to beat me when I'm in this mindset because I know what I'm capable of, and I've got the best people around me, and I'm going to show that to everyone that when you've got good people around you, the mountains are just go higher and higher and higher.
Wow, what a way to leave it. What a way to leave it. There you go. That's a lesson, isn't it, in mental fortitude. You know, if you can get your mind right, you can be happy, then the rest of it will fall into place.
That's the best thing I learned with boxing. Like, boxing's nothing. Like, as long as your mind's right and you're in a good place, like, just enjoy it, have fun with it. It's a hard sport, so.
Yeah, brilliant. Well said. I'll take that microphone off you. You can go now. Thank you for finding some words for us. No, not all. I mean,
We're out of guests now.
yeah, I know. Don't worry. I can see that Mikaela Mayer is making her way down to our
She
studio.
don't look that smiley though.
She's going to walk straight into Chantelle Cameron.
Rap ding ding.
No, there's no beef there. There's no beef there. Mikaela, there you go. We're live at the moment on the stream. I know you.
Oh, hi.
No. You're not someone I worry about too much.
Oh, no, come on. I know.
No, great to have you with us. Really good press conference. I think everybody spoke really well there. One thing that Chantelle Cameron's just been in here, she is beaming positivity. It seems that she's in a great place. I wonder if you feel like you can match that. You know, you've added to your training team, you get to do your camp over in Vegas, and then eventually you'll make your way over here. If with that momentum that you've got, if you feel that you're in a very, very good place as well.
Sometimes you gotta switch things up. I see why Caroline maybe had to, you want to keep learning, and sometimes one person can teach you all they know. And Kofi has just brought fresh eyes to my camp. I'm learning so much every day. I'm better than I've ever been, and I'm just excited to go out there and show it.
Yeah, can you expand a little bit more on what he does bring? It's a relatively new partnership. I mean, Caroline was here and we were talking about the dangers of a new partnership, getting it right and getting chemistry. Just tell us a little bit more about Kofi and what he has added alongside the great Coach Al.
Yeah, so I mean, not taking anything away from Coach Al. Coach Al taught me so much. I got so far with him. Right?
You wrote the book, yeah.
He's amazing, but there was still more that I had to learn. And Kofi he's a solid pro style. He was a puncher, and there was certain mechanics that I wasn't doing right. The transferring of the weight from feet to feet, foot to foot, whatever. And
it works.
It worked. And really rotating into my shots and taking the pressure. I was kind of going against the grain. Now I'm letting my body do the work, and everything is coming off so much easier. I don't know. I wish I would have learned these things a couple of years ago, but whatever. Better late than never. I'm just excited to go out there and seriously put on the performance of my life, and I just don't see anyone beating me, and that includes Chantelle Cameron.
And at this weight, would you say for years, how many times did we quiz you about your best weight? How are you doing this weight?
130, how?
Well,
I don't know.
Well, I don't know, because I have a story of when Ellie stood on the scales last time out. I was very worried because I do that interview straight off the scales, and you can tell when someone's had a hard cut. And there were a number of years where I thought, how are you doing it? And you never. I wouldn't want to play poker against you because you never showed out. You never had to tell.
Yeah.
But there is no denying that towards the end there, you were surely leaving so much on the sweat room floor there that it couldn't have been.
Have
you
you
were getting
seen
your best
that?
status.
I was breaking my body down. You guys, it took Kofi a whole year and a half just to get my right hand back. It was to the point where I couldn't even go straight. I had hyperextensions here, I had tears in here, and I couldn't even get this out straight. So I was living off my jab for so long, and like that's not enough. And I was so fearful to even let this hand go, but I finally got it back. So watch out.
It's back. Yeah. And what is the best weight for you? We heard Chantelle saying there that sort of she thinks 147 probably is her optimum weight.
Me too. Me too, but she had just won the WBO belt at 154. I had 2 belts at 154, and I wanted to unify. I wanted to continue going forward towards undisputed. And I feel like I have the right to call that. Now, because I'm so kind, I agreed to meet her at 148 catch weight.
Okay.
So, which I don't mind.
Exclusive? Is that an exclusive?
No, I mean, I've been saying it. No one else said it, but I'll say it.
Exclusive to you, Ellie. There you go.
Yeah.
I love that, though. I think it makes it even better of a fight.
Yeah, and I weighed in at 152 for my last fight at 154, and so I'm a natural 47-pounder as well.
What do you think you'll tend to get in the ring at if you weigh in at 148?
If I weigh in at 148, I don't think I'd surpass 155, 154. Honestly, I don't really get higher than that. And
because there is a temptation there if you've got, quick maths. If you've got 7 pounds to play with, why not use them? Especially if you're going to be.
Because you know what, she thinks that I'll be dieting down, but I'll just be getting quicker, faster, and stronger. Like the more I diet down to that 147, that real true weight of mine, I'll be better.
Will you give us a final prediction before we let you go? I mean, I love that. What was it, 73% UK now?
73% British.
I think you have been well received, for all the jokes that we say. It is amazing when someone comes over and almost builds a second career here, and I do think that we've had the best of you here, and we're very grateful for everything you've given us over here.
Thanks.
To win here, though, take 3 belts home. That is very important, even if you've got to do a rematch. Why will it be you?
Because I fear my life in the gym with Kofi if I do not win this fight. I am so scared of him. Like that, I don't care what any of you think. I only care about doing everything that guy says at the drop of a dime in that fight because he has worked too hard on me. We've had too much time in the gym just killing ourselves, and I've been driving him crazy, and I know he's so fed up with me, but I'm going to show him it's all worth it.
Everyone needs a Kofi by the sounds of it.
You have to fear your coach. If you don't fear your coach a little
I
bit,
agree.
no.
And I should say, you've done great things for rescue dogs in your area. Sad that you lost one the other day, and ever since we started doing Zoom interviews during COVID, that your dogs are always part of your Zooms and chewing your head off and stuff like that. So I'm sad that you lost one the other day. But you've done great things for the rescue.
I gave her the last few years of her life. I knew she was going to go. She was old. I knew it was going to happen. It made it easier when it did because that's why I got her. I got her because she was the oldest lady in the pound and she needed a home for the last 2 years.
Yeah. What people say about dogs like that, they win the dog lottery when you come in. So that dog did. I've got to be honest. I say that dog.
From rags to riches. Otter.
Yeah.
Otter.
Very, very good. Right, you're free to go. Thank you for giving up all of your time today.
Thanks.
We spoke to you loads today, so thank you for giving up your time. We'll see you in August.
All right. See you in August. I'm out of here.
I can take that off you. You're free to go.
Bye,
Right, I'm going to say goodbye to you, Ellie Scotney. Thank you. So what have we covered there? That I'm old. That I struggled to find a jacket.
Well, you was going with dog rescuing then. At
that point, were you like, we've lost him?
I thought we lost him. He's got his lead in his hand. He's gone.
That's what old people do. Now I'm 40. This is what happens. Great to hear that news may be imminent for you.
Yes.
Get those car
license.
Get the license. Get the car out on the road.
It's all coming
And
up.
thank you for coming down today.
I appreciate
Will
you
you be
always.
joining us in August for Fight Week?
Trying to pitch for the job. So.
Just not the job of.
You did do 4 jobs today, so if you need someone to do one, I make a good tea. There you go. I boil the kettle.
You've got the job. You've got the job. No, seriously, thank you very much. Great to see you looking so well, and we look forward to having you back in the ring.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks to all of our guests that have joined us. Remember, August 29th, BP Pulse live, MVPW-06. You don't want to miss it.